Greetings and welcome back to Room 303 in our chats with Emily as we are calling our readings through the poetry of Emily Dickinson. We are in the Johnson edition. We turn now to the brief little four-line poem 707, The Grace Myself Might Not Obtain. We are back to Emily sending a poem with a flower in it. Who she sent it to, we're not sure, possibly Sue. We're back again to Emily dealing with some sense of rejection and the hope that maybe the flower will resurrect in the receiver some kind of sense of grace. We'll have more to say about that in a bit. Our assumptions are that you've been following our stuff at learnstrong.net. Down that left-hand side, Chats with Emily is what we call our playlist. I'm hopeful that you've worked through our set of introductory comments where we commented on that relationship between Emily and Sue and others as well. Sue wasn't the only one where Emily would write to them and say, I don't understand, why am I not hearing more from you? She could be very, very demanding, especially in her letter writing. I'm also hopeful that you've already worked through with us the previous 706 poems. We just finished with 706, Life and Death and Giants. And if you have, what she says here will not be tremendously shocking. You know, in 54 of her poems, she mentions this word grace. Notice capitalized. The grace myself might not obtain, confer upon my flower, refracted but a countenance, for I inhabit her. Now, again, we've commented that sometimes when we meet these short poems, when we get to poem 1063, ashes denote that fire was. This is a poem that for sure we can use that line with. Something has gone on, that Emily now is asking for a sense of grace that she herself has not yet obtained. We might say understanding here as well, or respect. If you can't give it to me, then hopefully you can at least confer it on, notice my is capitalized, flower, right? Obviously the flower sent with the poem. And then the key word of the poem, refracted, like a mirror, right? Reflection. But a countenance, for I inhabit her. Not that she inhabits me, and notice the feminization of the flower itself. Well, what are we going to do with a poem like this at 2A? I think she is suggesting, obviously, rejection is very difficult, especially for sensitive artists like Emily. But she's hoping that there will be some capacity for understanding. Grace might even call it respect. At 2B, well, obviously the question is, who did she send this to, and who is it that has rejected her, or she feels slighted in some way? At 3A, well, again, all of the poems that have dealt with rejection, we've seen so many of them. I mean, you just back up a couple of poems ago in her playing around with the whole issue with Sue, right, at 704. No matter now, sweet, but when I'm Earl, won't you wish you'd spoken to that dull girl, right? Notice we go from flowers to the dull girl. Finally, at 3B, when was a time that you felt like this? When you felt kind of rejected and you disrespected and slighted in some way, and you weren't sure exactly how to ask for the appropriate type of attention or grace. Thank you.